Hi everyone. This project was really exciting, and I am eager to share it with you. I spent my time with the Phoenix Rescue Mission here in Phoenix, Arizona, and my contact was with Oscar Barajas. He's the mission sharing supervisor for the Phoenix Rescue Mission. His job is to serve families, whatever needs they may have, and they share. They're able to distribute clothes, hygiene products, and food. And Phoenix Rescue Mission receives funding and food boxes from the government. The government is provides them funding, and through St. Mary's Food Bank, and in partnership with that partnership, they're able to uh, provide these food boxes to families on a daily basis. On a daily basis, the Phoenix Rescue Mission serves 140 families on a daily basis. And of this, about 30% of the 140 people that they serve, according to Oscar, are refugees. And so I wasn't actually able to see the distribution of it, but I was able to gather this information from Oscar because my time was actually spent in another part of the Phoenix Rescue Mission. But what I found very interesting is that the Phoenix Rescue Mission has to gather data on the families that they serve and on the demographics. And what they have found is that they serve about 90% of the population that they serve are Hispanic and are below poverty levels. They have to provide this information over to the government so that the government can to continue to fund and provide them with the resources that they need to be able to serve those in the margins in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Um, my time though spent here at the Phoenix Rescue Mission was actually at the men's facility, where they bring in men who are struggling with all kinds of different various life controlling um, problems, as Oscar called it. So it's not just drugs, but men who are struggling with depression or struggling with gambling or pornography. They bring in these men, and they have licensed counselors on staff who are able to work with them through these issues. And they also, each person who comes into the program has a case manager assigned to them, who kind of connects them with the resources that they need. So whether they need health care, food stamps, um, uh, job opportunities, case managers are able to do that. And what I found with the staff there, as I was there spending my time with them, is that they everybody is just so passionate about what they do. I loved it. It was contagious. You can tell that they really love their job and they really love the men there. And what I found really amazing too, while my time there, was a chaplain. There's a campus pastor there, and I'm there with Oscar, who's on staff, and he's a supervisor. And the chaplain comes up to him and says, "Hey Oscar, I love you. Um, are you going to church? Are you in the Word?" And so I found that amazing. That's the kind of culture, environment, the atmosphere that is in this place. It was very awesome. I left this place very encouraged. Uh, my first hour or so there was participating in a like an award ceremony in the chapel. They have chapel every day, but on Fridays they celebrate the accomplishments of these men that are in the program. So they go through like a 12-step program, or they go through the GED program, and they're getting their GED, um, and so they're presenting men with these awards. And as they call people's names, everybody's just happy, everybody's just clapping, everybody's just cheering on for their victories. It was just so amazing, so awesome to see this type of loving, encouraging atmosphere for these men, for this those in the margins who probably didn't really have this growing up, but they're in an atmosphere now where they are cherished, appreciated, and valued. And I was able to, as I was there, I also got to see the different jobs that the men do within the program. They do laundry. Some are packing up the hygiene bags for the food program. And I walked into a GED class. I spent some time in a GED class, and some of the men there were taking. At that point, they were taking training, or it was a Microsoft class, so they were learning Excel and Word, and that was pretty cool just to kind of sit in and watch these men do that. And it's really awesome what the Phoenix Rescue Mission is doing and reaching out to those who kind of society has forgotten about in the margins. And one of the things that stuck out to me as I was in the kitchen areas, there's just a picture of Jesus, and he's on the outer skirts of Phoenix. You can see downtown Phoenix from behind, and Jesus is on the outside of the metropolitan area, and he's surrounded by what appears to be a homeless man, a Muslim person and children, and that really stuck out to me. It was like Jesus went to the outer skirts of the city to seek those who the city had rejected, and that's what the Phoenix Rescue Mission does. And I left this place so encouraged, so motivated to want to do more for those who are in the margins, for those who are suffering. Um, as I think about the variables and the that we learned in class, I would say that what I saw here is this community restoring justice that Gushy and Stassen speak about on page 137. There's a deliverance of the poor and the powerless from the injustice that they regularly experience. So there's a lot of different stories and what is happening here, but what the Phoenix Rescue Mission is doing is they're actually restoring justice to those who have struggled their entire lives and who have grown in poverty, and they're showing them the light of Christ and how much they are worth to Christ. And one of the I would say that the basic conviction dimension that I saw here with this organization is the Christ likeness and justice. It's God's sovereignty meeting with the struggles of history, and so this is where I saw God's power converging with the struggles of our society, especially the Phoenix area at the Phoenix Rescue Mission. And one of the things that Gushy and Stassen speak about is that it lies in that Jesus is the reconciler of the world, and that's what this organization is doing. They want to feed those who are poor, who are hungry, and they want to provide for their most basic need. But they also are very interested in developing them and growing them and discipling them to be disciples of Christ. And so I'm so amazed. I am encouraged. And one of the things that Oscar said is that for churches to get involved, go out into your communities. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what you're going to come across, and just embrace it and know that you've been empowered by the Spirit to serve the needs of the people around you. And so that's it. That wraps it up for me. I've gone over time. Thanks a lot. Bye.